Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. So today Sophie's cooking lunch for everyone. What are you making, Sophie?
Dinner, actually.
All right, she's making dinner, but it's only lunchtime. She's starting already.
Well, because the bread dough has to rise.
Right, so she's making bread. What are you making?
I'm making cheese bread, nachos, not tacos, and brownies.
Cheese bread, nachos, and brownies. Is that like your signature meal?
Well, no, that's what I said I had to make.
It's just what she said she'd make, but we love that meal. People want to know, how are you feeling? Thinner?
Better than I was the other day.
Thinner?
Yeah, I didn't eat for a whole 24 hours.
Neither did I eat for a whole 24 hours. And it made me cranky. I cannot not eat for 24 hours, that's for sure. Sophie has not got the flu. Gabby has not got the flu.
Yeah. Maybe another week, because it took how many days?
It only took 3 days for you to get it from me.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3 days, yeah. So maybe 3 days they'll get it.
So you're thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Just in time for the weekend. When you get the flu though, it can do that. It can like take weeks to get through your family depending on your family size. So like I got it, and then 3 days later Sam got it, and then like 3 days later maybe Sophie will get it, and then like 3 days later Gabby's got it, and then like you spend 2 whole weeks having the flu. It's awful.
I said I should put a wood stove in here, and she says, "What, you want me to sweat in here?" So you're warm? Because I'm cold.
Did you have the doors open?
No, I didn't have the door open.
So she could see? Could she see okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sophie, now that you know what it's like to be a farrier and you have to be out there in like freezing cold temperatures, you still want to be a farrier?
Well, you see, being a farrier for myself.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do other people's horses. She wants to only do her own horses. Which I love that.
All planned out. I'm going to be a trainer, and I'm going to train horses, and I'm going to be a farrier, so I can do my own horses.
Yeah, I love it. So last night usually before I go to bed at night, I read, and last night I decided to scroll. So I'm scrolling on the internet. So I'm scrolling, and I ended up crying 2 times. Like, I'm just laying in my bed relaxing before I go to sleep, and I was crying. So the first time was because I saw somebody was posting about this little Yorkie that was found. Actually, it had some medical problem or whatever. It was like a neglect case or something. And the guy was talking about this little Yorkie, and he was saying like how she was so neglected, and then he was saying how like Yorkies are so special in the way that they're loyal. Like, they are so loyal, and I found that with Ellie. I don't know how to describe it, you guys, but it's like shocking how loyal she is. I've showed it to you guys before, how she like will, like, even when I was cleaning the barn, the other dog, this dog right here, was running around, acting crazy, playing outside, having a good time, and Ellie did not leave the barn. She just sat there with me the whole entire time, even though she was getting cold and she was unhappy. Like, she loves me more than she loves herself. Like, she's so loyal. And so then I started crying because imagine like how hard it is to, like, I don't know, it just made me feel really bad for that little Yorkie to be alone in a shelter because they're so loyal, and I know like they just would never leave. You know, I made myself cry again. They just know they would never leave you unless they absolutely were forced to, and it just, I don't know, makes me sad. So then I'm like, okay, Laura, don't read that stuff. Like, don't watch those kind of videos. So I started scrolling again, and then there was on Facebook, I think there was like a post about a deaf dog, and these people were saying, like, you know, it's harder for deaf dogs. It's just different. It's just different for them, and how their deaf dog wanted a friend. So they took their deaf dog to like a play group or to the park, and that the deaf dog was so excited to see all the other dogs and would run and try and play with them. But then the other dogs would like run off another direction, and her dog wouldn't hear them running off in the other direction. So it would still be running out front, and like, it just couldn't keep up because without that ability to hear, he couldn't interact the same way as the other dogs, and it set him apart, and that made her sad. And then it showed like how her deaf dog made friends with the neighbor dog, and the neighbor and her dog were just playing and playing and playing, and then the neighbor dog moved away. So they decided to get a new dog. So anyway, they decided to get a new dog. And then it showed the new dog, and it was another white dog. So it was another deaf dog, and she was sitting in the back of the car, and they were talking about how it took 3 years for that dog to get adopted. 3 years without a family. And then I was just like crying again. Like, what's that? I could not. Oh, look at Ellie, is so worried. She's like, what? What's wrong? Anyways, like, it just made me think, like, poor Daisy. Like, we could never ever, like, nothing could ever happen to us, because I would die if she spent 3 years without a family. I don't know how that happens though. Like, I know that she wouldn't spend 3 years without a family, but just like the idea of it is just so sad. Anyway, so then I started reading my book because scrolling was not working for me. Right, Roops? These are my girls right here. You guys, Sophie just brought me this beautiful dinner. And I said to her, like, well, where's the sauce?
You want me to bring you some salsa to put on it?
You have to cook the salsa with the ground beef so it's hot.
It didn't say that in my instructions. I'm copying and pasting everything, so.
Anyways, this is her first time ever making something like this. I don't know why she brought it to me. That's so good. But there's no salsa. It's just ground beef. And oh my gosh. Tell me if I'm being picky, you guys. And before I say this story, I want you guys to know, like, this is 2025. Ellie's being in the snow and her whole body's under the snow. Anyways, it's 2025. Whole different year, whole different life. Like, when I was young, this would have been more normal. But maybe I'm just being picky. So we had something break in the house, so Sam had to call a repair guy. So he came. He was fixing his thing, and then he said to Sam, is the bathroom in here? And Sam said, yeah. And then he went in and used our bathroom. And I was like, kind of like, it's like cold and flu season, man. Like, we just been through the ringer. It's been bad. And I don't want any more viruses. I don't know, like, years ago, you would just let strangers use your bathroom. Now, it just feels wrong to me. Like, am I wrong? So he works on the thing, and everything is fine. And then he gets ready to leave, and then he says, I'm just going to use your bathroom again. And I'm like, what? I didn't say that. Obviously, we were kind. It just felt weird. Like that, and then he used our bathroom again, and like, I don't know, like, I've never had workmen ever use our bathroom before. Like, they always go before they come, or they use the coffee shop. I don't know. I guess it's not any different when you go to the bathroom in a coffee shop. Oh my gosh.
I told you it was leaking.
Sam!
I told him today, dude.
I told him when I videoed it the other day. He has not fixed it, but I mean, he's been sick. Whoa, why do you get so much joy out of that?
Don't question it.
Anyway, I made Sam clean all the bathrooms and disinfect them. I don't know if that was wrong or if it's normal in this day and age, but it's cold and flu season. It freaks me out. It freaked me out. I just don't know, like, I don't know. Am I wrong? Tell me. Comment below. Am I wrong? Hello, Piggy. You're looking cute. He is pretty cute. I saw a video today. Uh-oh, you buried your water. That was not a good choice. Anyways, I saw a video today where before I tell you the story, look at his skin though. Like, doesn't his hair look all clean? So I saw this story today. It was like a made-up fake story, and it was about this guy who bought a little young pig at a market, and he brought it home as a little potbelly pig, and he was so excited he brought it home, and then he took care of it and bonded with it, and then he had to go away, so he left the pig with his grandma for 3 months, and he came back. And then the part of when he came back, so it would have been like a 6-month-old pig or a 9-month-old pig, I don't know. This pig that he came back to was like this obese, probably 5-year-old pig in the video, but it was so funny. What?
You don't film that. You're making sound.
I wonder how bad it would hurt if you got hit by a hammer. It would hurt, Sophie.
I should try it.
Why?
I don't know, I'm curious now.
Isn't that what like the mafia uses to like break people's kneecaps? You guys, look. She loves her bed. She's been using her bed. We kept everybody in today because it's just so cold. And it's way warmer, like a lot warmer in the barn. I would love to just come and lay in here with Posie. Like, it's just so... Pigs don't go to the bathroom everywhere. She has like her little corner over there she goes in. It's so easy to clean up, and it's just so clean and fresh in here. It smells like straw. What do you think, Pose? Can I come sleep in here with you one night?
Good luck with that.
My sister was telling me once that her miniature horse was pregnant and she was gonna have a baby. They thought for sure it was gonna be this one night, and so she went and she slept in the barn. She made a bed not in the same stall as her miniature horse, but she slept in like an adjacent stall, and she stayed there all night, and then it didn't end up having a baby. And then the next morning they came in, and just in time, her and her daughter came in just in time to watch her give birth. I remember that though, because Gabby was like, I don't know, maybe 2. Gabby was 2, and we went to see the baby horse. And that was long before we had horses. Nope, you weren't in my stomach cooking yet.
Gabby was 2. I was.
Oh yeah, you might have been. Were you in my stomach?
Was that?
You're 2.5 years older. I mean younger.
Oh, so I probably was.
Either that or she was younger. I think. Let me think. All right, I have to go, Posie, because Sophie's cold. But now that I have this amazing snowsuit, I can come lay in here anytime with you, okay? Do you see how she like tips her nose up at me? It's like she's acknowledging me. You got hay in your face. I know you were sleeping in your bed.
Oh, is there a piece of wood in here?
Come on in, Ellie. Say hi to your Posie girl. Posie still really loves Ellie, but Ellie's like 4. Ellie's bored with Posie. But another thing I love about the pigs is that they... Aww. She's your friend, isn't she? Pigs never forget, you guys. Oh. She did that because she thinks Ellie's trying to steal her food, because that's what the goats do. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. The problem is that I was talking to Ellie, not the pig. In typical Yorkie fashion, if she gets between me and anything else, then she will like jump at them. She doesn't bark and growl and show her teeth or act crazy. She'll just jump at them and be like, you better get away from my mama. And then I have to get Ellie in trouble, and then she gets so confused. And then she holds it against me. She holds a grudge. Like, she loves me so much. I was trying to tell you guys this earlier. She loves me so much, but if I do something bad to her, like give her a bath when she's rolled in something, then she will like stay away from me for so long because she thinks I've betrayed her. There's a code, isn't there? There's a doggy code. Yeah. All right, let's go. Ellie, stop. Let's go. Sophie cracks me up. Like, every time I turn off the camera, she like just comes out with the craziest things. So she said to me, is it going to be warm tomorrow? Well, I said, no, we're heading into a deep freeze. And she said, what? We've been through enough.
I said, bro, we've been through enough.
Bro, we've been through enough.
Hi, David.
Because, yeah, man, deep freezes are not nice.
Don't you know that you're beautiful?